Canada. Maple syrup and love cabin say, ay, kick your ass all hockey season, ay, now teach me riding horses, ay, yeah, this is Canada, ay, moose live up in our zone.
Capitol Hill next this morning at 8:38 Eastern Time. The U.S. federal government remains shut down. The U.S. Senate will reconvene and vote again today to try to end the shutdown. But if it fails, this will extend now into its third week. It's the third longest shutdown in the country's history, eclipsed only by the shutdowns of 1995 and the one that stretched from 2018 into 2019. The shutdown is affecting many federal workers, including those at the federal agency that oversees the nation's stockpile of nuclear weapons. That agency will furlough about 1,400 workers starting today. Let's bring in Willie Lowry from our Washington bureau. How will this furlough affect operations at that agency, Willie?
Well, Heather, everything is likely going to slow down. So in its 25-year history, the National Nuclear Security Administration, it's a semi-autonomous organization under the Department of Energy, has never had to furlough workers, making this really uncharted territory. The organization is in charge of modernizing the country's nuclear stockpile, and any delay in work slows down that process. Now, the NNSA is sending 80% of its workers home. That's a really big number. And according to Politico, some 375 employees who have been deemed essential will stay on the job, but the furloughs have many lawmakers concerned. Take a listen to Republican Representative Mike Rogers from Alabama.
These are not employees that you want to go home. They're managing and handling a very important strategic asset for us. They need to be at work and being paid.
Secretary of Energy Chris Wright is expected to address the staffing changes and whether it will have any impact on national security or not at some point later today in Las Vegas.
Willie, there is reportedly a push to pay the troops during the shutdown. Where does that stand?
That's right, Heather. So there was a report in Politico that Republicans are hoping to table a bill this week that would allow the government to pay some federal workers who are required to work even though the government is shut down. And that would, of course, include members of the U.S. military. Now, last week, Republicans tabled a similar piece of legislation which failed. President Trump signed an order allowing the Pentagon to pay soldiers on October 15th using money from the Defense Department's research and development funds. But as this shutdown drags on, there will be fewer and fewer funds to draw from, and paying the troops will get harder. Later today, the Senate is expected to vote once again on the continuing resolution bill that, if passed, would fund the government for the next 7 weeks. They'll need 60 votes, and recently, they haven't been anywhere close. They voted for a 10th time last week and only received 51. So now, rather than making up 5, which was what happened on the initial votes nearly 3 weeks ago now, they'll have to find 9 extra votes. Hard to come by, it seems, at this point in time, Heather.
Thank you, Willie. Willie Lowry in Washington.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm and getting our videos out there. Have a blessed day.